下雨，好糊好糊。哎，这个月滑展手超短的。为什么只有 Apple Store？
Players are cursed with elemental destruction.
Which was pretty fun. Experimenting with the different.
哎，是不是我在糊啊？
Little guy quickly boosted.
哦，球球。哦，现在就是各上一季的新职业的介绍吧。上一季新职业介绍，我自己也没看过，我自己还没看。主播这个游戏看起来很好玩，请问什么游戏？这款是《火炬之光》，大家可以刷 QR 预约。放这里，放这里不会打到。Cube， 我 Cube 看得懂 ，Cube 是魔方，剩下的我看不懂。
Wow, here we are. Thank you everybody for joining us on today's Torchlight Infinite Global Launch Reveal. Really happy to be with you. I'm Sean from the Torchlight Infinite team. I guess the first thing we need to do is say thank you to all the players, right? Tons of valuable suggestions, loads of time spent playing the game in the open beta, and we really appreciate it. Thank you guys. In today's reveal, we will introduce all of the new important updates in the global launch, as well as the content updates in the new season. Cube.
我觉得这里有点小失败，这里没有找一个大美女在旁边，小失策。
Hi everyone, this is Jack, the game director of Torchlight Infinite. It's been a while since our last live stream we had. I'm really happy to sit here and present our new season to you all.
Hey everyone, this is Ian, the community manager of Torchlight Infinite. Glad to see you all again.
Yeah, thank you guys. So as everyone will have seen in the video just now, the upcoming season for Torchlight Infinite will introduce Cube of Rapacity and launch. Pretty exciting, right?
Sure. Can't wait.
I mean, it's been a long time coming. Just day by day.
真的，我一定会跟他们强烈建议。
And do you know what else is cool? Our status on Steam is going to go from early access to official launch.
Yeah.
So we finally done it. Yeah. Jack, I don't know about you. I can't wait to jump in.
Sure, me too. And thanks for all your suggestions to make us improve. In the upcoming global launch, we will bring everyone a more complete and enjoyable version of Torchlight Infinite, as well as the new season, Cube of Rapacity. We hope you will enjoy it.
I think everyone's going to love it. Thank you, Jack. Ian, I want to turn to you. Our community manager. Spend a ton of time talking with the players. If anyone knows what they want, it's going to be you, right? First things first, it's the question you've been getting asked the most. When does the new season start?
That was a really good question, and I cannot wait to answer that. The new season, as well as the global launch, will be set on May 9th, 5 p.m.
5月10号上午8点 UTC 8。好的。
The starting time
5月10
for the
号
season 2 hours earlier, just to ensure that players all over the world can have a much better, much more enjoyable experience, along with having more time to explore the new season on day 1.
Yeah, wow. I think people are going to be really excited. It's the moment of truth, to be honest. I can't believe it just feels like every day we're creeping closer and closer, right? Jack, you're our game director.
Yep.
What rewards is it going to be?
没错，礼物，这就是我最期待的。
We've prepared exclusive rewards for all the Pioneer Hunters who participate in the previous beta tests. all players who enter the game before May the 9th will get an exclusive avatar with
OK， 头像
title and back accessory.
那是什么？瓦基的翅膀。
Meanwhile, for other players, you can scan enter the website to pre-register.
抓我的 QR。
Besides, keep watching the live stream.
好爽哦
Also prepared lots of Twitch drops for everyone.
对了，有 Twitch drop 哦。
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Ian. Very cool. So
Yo,
now we
Twitch
know two
drop.
things. New season kicks off May 9th.
Yep.
Don't miss it. Set those alarms. And thanks to this guy, we got a lot of rewards to look forward to. All right, so I'm going to go through the remainder, the agenda of today's live stream. So next up, we're going to be talking to David Brevik of legendary Diablo status. David, of course,
暗黑之父哎，
consulting
好
producer
哎，
last year,
顾
so a
问
lot of input into the game. We'll be hearing what he's looking forward to in the new season, what he's helped us with, and then we're going to get a comprehensive overview of the new season. Loads of details, including information about some events. You don't want to miss it. And then we'll be speaking to two of the members from the Max Rolls Torchlight Infinite team, Tenki and Milky. We'll be doing a bit of a Q&A, so I think that'll be really fun. For now, let's join from Los Angeles our consulting producer, David Brevik. David, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. It's great to see everyone again.
Yeah, great to see you too. I think a lot of the players were fascinated to know that you came
好
on
严
as a
肃，
consulting producer and are
好
probably
严肃。
really interested to know what changes you helped oversee, the work you were doing with Jack and the devs team, and what your thoughts are on the new season. So perhaps you can tell us what you've enjoyed about the project so far and what you think about the game so far.
Yeah, well, so far it's been really fun. I really love playing. I've loved playing the Torchlight series all along, and I think that Torchlight Infinite is just a really great ARPG. And so I've enjoyed the seasons so far, and I'm really looking forward to this next season. So it's been fun. It's been really great talking with the community as well as talking with the dev team. Our interactions have been fantastic. They're very passionate about making great ARPGs, and it's been really just wonderful interacting with the entire group.
It's been about half a year since the game went into open beta. What have you enjoyed about the game so far?
I think that the things that I've enjoyed the most are kind of the season structure. I really like that structure overall. And part of that is because I get to kind of like reset my build or come up with new strategies. There's new kind of mechanics to deal with, and I really like that kind of plus a new hero. So there's lots of new things to try and lots of new ways to play. So I think that's something that I really look forward to. I enjoy that structure a lot, as well as kind of the starting over and going through the experience that I think so many people enjoy.
This starting over with every new season, I think, is something our players absolutely love. With the new season, you've been working a lot on it. What are you looking forward to most about the new season?
Well, I think that there's a bunch of things that I'm looking forward to in the new season. First and foremost, I'm excited about playing the new
新英雄
I think that that's going to be a really fun character to play. Lots of big screen destruction
OK 爆炸
which is really fun, and I think that the change to the crafting system is going to be one of the biggest changes so far that we've seen, and I think that I'm very excited about having that feel more like a mechanic that is exciting. It's going to be harder to get the exact items that you want, and you're going to be hunting for items much more, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I completely agree. Those optimizations will be well welcomed. Well, with that in mind, David, it's been great to catch up with you today, and we look forward to seeing you in the new season.
Yeah, thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. Speak to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you, David.
Bye.
Thank you, David.
Bye.
Thank you very much, David. Very cool to be talking with you, and I guess we'll see you in the new season. But for now, I think we shouldn't keep the players waiting any longer.
没错
They've all been looking forward to the
我一直在等的
the new updates.
女主播
in the
不是
season.
新赛季更新
Has produced a very cool video for us. Let's watch it together now.
等擦 D， 魔方猫女，还有哦，看到新英雄了欸。我胡还是他胡啊？可能是他胡应该不是我胡，应该是他胡。
Hey everyone, it's Ian here from the operations crew. You must know by now that our new season's theme is the captivating Cube of Rapacity. Now let me walk you through some of the exciting highlights in this fresh season. First up, let's talk about the Cube of Rapacity's season's game.
哦，很快哦。
In both the main story and metronome stages, you might run into monsters that mark with greed by the Cube of Rapacity. When you defeat these unique mobs, you will receive a Desire Crystal, an item exclusive to that map and can be taken out of the map. Once you've taken down the stage boss, the Cube of Rapacity will make its appearance. Offer it a specific number of Desire Crystals to receive random rewards, but beware, don't get carried away by greed, or you might anger the cube and lose all the rewards you've collected.
哦，要赌是不是？
The Cube of Rapacity will also attract unique and powerful bosses and special monsters in each stage, which will introduce new challenges and greater rewards in the stage clearing experience. We've introduced a new talent called Avarice Code, exclusive to this season's gameplay, that lets you alter the rewards or challenges presented by the Cube of Rapacity. This means you can enjoy totally unique
魔方机制也有自己的天赋。
different season talent strategies at a very small cost. Of course, there's much more to the season exclusive gameplay than just this. When you draw rewards from the Cube of Rapacity, you might also get a Cube of Craving set,
奇遇
which is packed with even rarer and more valuable prizes. Additionally, the Cube of Rapacity drops a unique item known as Desire Beads. Desire Beads represent the physical embodiment of Cube of Rapacity's sway over human desires. Black market merchants are more than happy to trade their most precious wares.
哦，黑市商人终于加了点功能啊。
The special monsters I mentioned earlier will also drop an item known as Desire Core. Desire Cores serve as tokens to challenge new supreme boss called Lore Bearer. As the supreme judge of the High Court of Desire, this formidable enemy presents a tougher challenge to hunters than ever before. Upon defeating the Lore Bearer, players can expect to receive special and incredibly attractive items.
哦，新传奇物品
precious item, Unifying Wedge, which can be used to restore divinity slates. The divinity slate I mentioned earlier plays a crucial role in the statue of the new god development system in this new season. The new god has bestowed upon hunters a fresh talent panel.
啊，脑子烧焦了，脑子烧焦
Unlike
了。
previous talent panels, hunters can
这什
now
么
combine
战
and
地
place
拼图
multiple divinity slates on the statue of the new
战
god,
地拼图
granting them
糟
potent
了，
buffs.
脑子烧了。
Each divinity slate is associated with a
看见我拼
specific
拼图
god and can hold up to 2 random talent affixes related
有
to that
哎
god. This allows hunters to tap into the power of the 6 gods without being constrained by the differences among the gods. Hunters can also enhance divinity slates through a unique branding method. However, once branded, these divinity slates become untradeable. Each successful branding either adds a new affix or upgrades an existing one. During the enhancement process, there's a slim chance of converting an upgraded, powerful affix into the new god's exclusive talent affix, known as the Divine
还可以玩
Entropy.
拼图哎，好赚哦
Divine！ Entropy grants hunters the ability to control the order and chaos. Keep in mind though, each divinity slate can only be branded a limited number of times, making it more challenging to acquire Divine Entropy. Unwanted divinity slate can be broken down into divinity fragments, which can either be crafted into new random divinity slates or traded freely. The new god has also granted hunters access to new legendary divinity slates. These powerful slates come with divine entropy, amplify the effects of the order and chaos, and even enable hunters to consume the power of the 6 gods for even more powerful buffs.
哦，来了，新英
Having
雄，
covered the season exclusive gameplay and the
妹
new
子
system,
我要
it's
玩这个
finally time to unveil
我要
the
玩
new
这个妹
heroes.
子，不行哎，
Hey,
做
I'm
起来了。
talking to you. Where did you lock up the old man?
妹子呢
You wanted to lock me up too? I am Bing.
？I am Bing。
No place in this world can confine an escape.
啊不，
Artist.
哦，看吧，我说他会出远程的吧？可是怎么好像
Isn't here.
他拿着枪，但他在地上丢东西哎。
Not here either. Get out of my way. Moto, you old man, where are you?
他拿枪，但他在地上丢地雷。
Forget it. There's nothing an explosion won't solve. I'm just like an explosion, and an explosion is just
You rascal! Is this how you save someone?
Calm down, old man. Check out the fireworks. If we don't blow up this broken world, how can we create a new one?
OK， 冰，那妹子呢？我期待的妹子，惨了。
Bing, also known as the Escapist,
逃脱者
famed for his flashy and powerful explosive skills. Anything that lingers in his hands for even a moment turns into a powerful bomb, constantly causing trouble for him, and that's why Bing's survival hinges on exceptional ability to escape. Escape is Bing's first hero trait,
宝贝球，
loads
爆炸星
projectiles
星。
into his beautifully crafted yet deadly bombs,
哦，把投射
which
物弄
explode
成
in a
地雷是不
star-shaped
是？
pattern
然后
upon detonation.
用星星的
This
方式。
enables Bing to take down enemies from more distant and secure positions.
哦
While Bing's bomb
拉
throwing
屎流，
speed
不不
remains
不
constant,
不。
hunters
Boop,
can
boop.
learn traits that enable him to throw multiple bombs at once. Covertly attach bombs to enemies or add special effects to bombs when thrown. The more bombs on the battlefield, the greater the explosion damage inflicted on enemy caught in the blast. In essence,
我
tossing
个
as
人
many
觉得
bombs
这个
as
手
possible
感可能
before
会不
setting
太
them
好
off is key for escapist Bing
不过这个要
to deal
等正式
massive
上线。
damage. Thea's hero trait, Incarnation of the Gods.
西亚
emerged when
2
Thea ceased to be a mere
啊，
conduit for the
我
gods'
要
will
玩这
and
个。
opted to become a scepter-wielding deity in her own right. Similar to Wisdom of the Gods, Incarnation of Gods consumes blessings with its hero trait skills to grant short-term explosive buffs. What sets Incarnation of the Gods apart from Wisdom of the Gods is that its divine realm doesn't really deal damage directly. Instead, it aids Thea in converting the gods' blessings. When Thea is outside her divine realm, she transforms her tenacity blessings into agility blessings, carrying out the goddess of hunting's edicts. This enables her to deal unimaginable damage to enemies with full life, based on the number of agility blessing stacks. Against powerful enemies who are unwilling to be punished, Thea can enter her divine realm,
看起来好
which
香。
converts agility blessings into tenacity blessings, allowing her to borrow the power of the god of the
两个
mind,
祝福互转。
which grants her
啊
a defense boost
啊，第三个
according
祝
to
福
the
嘞
number of tenacity blessing stacks and deals a lot damage to enemies.
技能
with
祝
full
福
life.
呢？
However, becoming the incarnation of the gods comes at a significant cost. As Thea gains divine power, her fragile body must withstand unbearable negative effects. If she cannot overcome these challenges,
就给
her
个
transformation
debuff。
into a god will only lead her to a trap of her own making. Thus, this hero trait requires hunters to strategize about acquiring the god's blessings and entering the divine realm at the right moment to convert divine powers. They must also find ways to cope with a series of negative effects. The new hero, Escapist Bing, can be unlocked by purchasing the season pass once the open
冰
beta
要
begins,
这个赛
while
季
the
手
new
册
hero
解
trait,
锁。
Incarnation of Gods, can be acquired.
西亚的话可以用元金或是文章兑换，直接就开了。有哦。
In this season, the new skills added are mainly sentry
哦，
skills,
新的这个
followed
少
by
尉
one
类
shadow
型技
strike
能。
skill and one summer skill. Thunder Spike is a fresh shadow strike skill.
Oh my
When you
god，
land a critical strike with Thunder Spike,
这个有点太
you're
新爆
guaranteed to
了，
inflict shock on enemies with a
这有点
certain
太新
area.
爆了。
If the shadows of Thunder Spike scores a critical strike on shocked
这
enemies,
10秒应该有
shock
砍到
damage
16
is
下哦。
applied one additional time to those hit by the shadows. With the high critical
Oh.
strike rating and numerous shadows, this skill can efficiently inflict shock on
还不
enemies
把
within
王的屁股
range
戳
and
烂。
apply shock damage. This makes Thunder Spike a
嘟嘟嘟
standout skill
嘟
for
嘟嘟
clearing maps or battling
多
tough
多
enemies.
还要多多多多多多。
Ghost Blade Inheriar, the sentry skill.
哦，新
Ghost
招。
Blade Inheriar summons a dagger-wielding Inheriar that targets an
哎，
attack
这个爽多了，这个把
dealing damage based
这个
on
把
the hunter's weapon damage.
幽灵直接插地
Its
上。
unique feature is that it inherits the hunter's multi-strike chance bonuses. When Ghostbait in Harrier performs the final blow of a multi-strike, it triggers a violent explosion at the target and gains additional damage bonus based on the multi-strike chance. Furthermore, for each additional projectile quantity, Ghostblade in Harrier targets one
额
more
外锁定
nearby.
一名敌人，哦，这个
This
机制
allows
不错
hunters to adjust
多投射
Ghostblade
可以
in
打
Harrier's
多
rapid
只。
clearing ability according to their specific needs. Arrow in Harrier summers an Harrier armed with bow and arrows. It fires 3 arrows
英
into
灵
the
技
sky,
能，
dealing area damage based on the hunter's weapon damage upon landing. Arrow in Harrier's arrows can deal damage to the same enemy when they land.
我觉得这个从天而降的这个速度可能会再改快一点，它看起来有点慢。我不如用戳戳戳，或是我放那个往前射飞刀就好了。
It's important to note that
要看这个的范围跟这个掉下来的速度。
Avoid hastily summoning new Harrier, as this could remove your initial arrow Harrier and
他有提到这个， 不要直接叫，
Thundercore is a lightning spell
不要一直叫啦。
that periodically unleashes several thunder strikes at nearby enemies, dealing area damage. The number of thunder strikes released by Thundercore benefits from the jump bonus, chaining enemies together in a lightning grid to inflict damage over a large area.
这个看起来像是
Targeting a single enemy,
电弧的垂直版，
all its thunder strikes on that enemy.
电弧垂直
I
版。
hope Thundercore will offer robust firepower support for hunters in all situations. Frostcore is a unique code spell sentry that fires spiral projectiles, bouncing between enemies as they strike.
会弹射
What sets
咚咚
Frostcore
咚。
apart is its ability to extract
有
frostbite
这个
rating
有
from enemies,
这个有哦，
significantly
寒霜之
increasing
河
the damage dealt by each hit.
冰结，
However,
这感
if
觉
a hunter
冰结
plays
2可以
too
玩
many。 Frostcores, excessive frostbite rating will be consumed after just one volley of attacks. As a result, it's essential to effectively increase enemies' frostbite rating and balance the consumption of Frostcore, thus maximizing its benefits.
这看起来是冰结2可以
Summon
用。
Green Phantom is a new synthetic troop summon skill.
新的
Green
召唤
Phantom
技能，
attacks targets with beam skills, and its beam skills become more potent as
召唤
hunters
奇
grow
勒斯
stronger.
出来。
Every few beam attacks, the next beam will cover a wider range and deal higher damage. Unlike other synthetic troop skills, when using a Summer Green Phantom skill, there's no need to manually activate it. The Green Phantom
好
is
爽哦
automatically summoned periodically
自动
until
召唤
upgrade
呢
once it's，
按下
reached.
去就开始逛
When
这个
hunters
好像不
actively
错
use this
哦。
skill, they promote all Green Phantoms to instantly
好
move
懒
to
好
the
懒，
target
这个好
location
懒，
and fire their destructive light cannon at the
这个好
target,
懒，
dealing high burst
放了
damage.
都不要理他了。新装备和新英雄米碎啦
We，have prepared 13 new pieces of legendary gear for hunters in the Cube of Rapacity season.
我来看有没有这种超
Today,
魔的
I'll
技能
introduce。two pieces of legendary gear that have powers granted by the new god. The legendary belt, Law of the Supreme Will, has order and chaos buffs, which are a pair of mutually exclusive buffs provided by the new god. It causes the wearer to lose order and gain chaos. This legendary gear increases cooldown recovery speed and movement speed when you have a high amount of order. To utilize this gear effectively, focus on defeating enemies before your order runs out. The key to this is to kill enemies quickly before losing all of your orders.
速刷流用的
The other legendary gear is called Breaking the
手
Eternal Rift.
套，
When equipping this gear, the blessings of the six gods bring unavoidable debuffs due to the
哦，
going
给你
against the
超级
will of the
debuff
gods effect. However, this pair of gloves also grants you the power to devour the
温吃
power
重
of
量
the gods. Every 4 seconds, you'll devour all blessings of the six gods on you and release an empowered skill based on the number of blessings devoured. Thus, hunters using this piece of gear will need to strategize ways to deal with the negative
这感
effects
觉可以
while
搭
obtaining
刚刚的那个
unique
西
and
亚
powerful
2
buffs. Hero relics and hero traits are closely related to one another.
有新的英雄
There
衣
are
物跟英雄
numerous
特性
legendary hero relics and legendary hero memories to choose from in the new season, which creates more build possibilities.
水啦，新机制
In previous tests, the overall performance of the spell system was relatively weak, making it especially challenging to transition and progress smoothly in the mid-game. For this reason, we have designed Spell Burst, a new developed system for spells. With Spell Burst, hunters can consume Spell Burst stacks when using or triggering channeled spell skills. Based on the number of Spell Burst stacks consumed, they can automatically cast multiple spell skills in a burst within a short period of time, allowing for easy semi-automatic spell casting. Spell Burst is a powerful development system for spells. It enables hunters to have a
这个
relaxed
手感
and
会很不
smooth
错
map clearing
这个
experience,
这
while
法
also
术迸
allowing
发
them to move around nimbly avoid enemy damage. However, Spell Burst can only be consumed when it's at maximum stacks, so don't forget to upgrade the charge speed of Spell Burst when upgrading cast speed. We believe the additional of spell burst will bring spells to
金鸡
prominence
自
this
由
season.
哦。
It's time for spells to reign supreme. Command is a new mechanic designed for summoning
另一个是
builds,
统御值，
specifically addressing the monotony of using synthetic troop minions due to the lack of related attributes that can be developed. By adding command, we have introduced additional development paths for synthetic troop minions and significantly increased the damage dealt by synthetic troops. Since
真的一直
command
射
will
一直
always
爽
drop down to 0 quickly, changing the combat rhythm on synthetic troop minions can be achieved by developing command. Hunters can choose to develop command in a stable manner to ensure it is always within a certain range, allowing synthetic troop minions to deal consistent damage.
哎，这个召唤
Alternatively,
要起
special
飞，
development methods can be
又可以
employed
挂
to
机，
gain
又
a
有
large
统
amount
御
of
值，
command
在
in
这
a
里
short
耍
period
白
of
痴，
time,
站着就
making
可以一直打
synthetic
烂。
troop minions attack wildly in an instant to deal massive burst damage. However, this approach may cause you to lose all of your
看那个
command
机械，
quickly after bursting.
这个好像也
As a
不错
result,
哎。
the key to defeating powerful enemies with an army of synthetic troops lies in learning how to
教室
effectively
被
gain
挡住
and
啦，大
maintain
哥，
command.
全部被
This
盾
new
挡到了。
mechanic offers a more engaging and dynamic experience for hunters who prefer summoning builds.
OK， 新的打
The
造
new crafting system in Torchlight Infinite aims to retain the advantages of the previous system while addressing issues such as the lack of excitement and surprises during crafting. The new system consists of two components, prototype crafting and targeted processing. Prototype crafting allows hunters to lock up to 2 affixes on a piece of gear and
锁词条
re-randomize it into a prototype gear with up to 4 fixed affixes.
哦，
This process retains advanced affixes
新
on
的
gear, but the plasticity
制作
of the
方法
original gear decreases with each craft. Prototype crafting is not possible on gear with zero plasticity. This method enhances the looting experience, turning gear drops with advanced affixes into valuable crafting materials, and making the crafting process more exciting.
哦，可以直接拿，就是拿黄装来做，或是拿这个金
While
装、
hunters can
蓝
still
装
use
来做
anger。to craft desired affixes, they no longer have the option to save or revert affixes when crafting a single affix. Instead, they can pay a certain cost to revert the gear to its initial states before target processing. It is recommended that hunters use prototype crafting to create good prototype gear, and then use target processing to craft other affixes. This combination makes obtaining powerful gear easier than before.
感觉做装的丰富性更多了一点。
enhancing the overall crafting experience for players. Torchlight Infinite is constantly working on game balance adjustments and optimizations based on player feedback.
狂人2调整，
In the
看
new
一下。
season, many targeted improvements have been
大
made
砍
to
刀
hero
怎么
traits,
有点
skills,
像？
talents, and gear, with a special focus on legendary gear. More detailed information on these changes will be provided in a season update announcement in the community. Continual updates and optimizations are being made to enhance various aspects of the game. Some examples include single hit damage limit can now exceed 2.1
提高了单次上限21改了。
affix customization, skilled effect transparency adjustments,
技能透
auto
明度
channel for skills and other switch
引导
features,
瞄准
advanced search in the trade house including searching for the repeated affixes, Path of the Brave improvements, addressing issues like the inability to pick up reverse up to dying, Pack Spirits build configuration.
碎啦，
These
气
ongoing
灵一键
optimizations
切
aim
换
to，provide players with a better gaming experience and
这个有。
ensure that the game continues to evolve and improving over time.
新气
In the
灵，
new Cube of Rapacity season, there will be a variety of new pack spirits with different
哇
appearances released.
哇，这是
including
免
a
费
season
能看的
gameplay
吗？
exclusive
它好像
drop
被
pad,
玫瑰遮
a
到
general
了。
drop pad, and 2 battle pads.
怎么
Drop
那个
pads
悟
will
空
help
有点
increase looting
重？
efficiency, while battle pads will assist players when they pick
跟
rogue
这只悟空
bottom
好
pads.
像有点
A
重
variety
哎
of。new outfits will also be released in the new season, with some being sold directly and others being released in boon events.
干，
Keep
刚刚
an
那
eye
个，
on game announcements and
刚
boon
刚那
events
个
to discover more about these appearances.
刚刚那个猫女是
We're
能
looking
抽的
forward
吗
to？seeing you guys in the new season and are committed to providing a stable and
啊
smooth gaming
刚刚那个
experience.
猫女是能
For
抽的
more
吗？
detailed information of the new season, Cube of Rapacity, stay tuned to the community announcements.
危险！
Oh, you know what? I gotta say, new content looks very cool indeed. What about you guys? What are you looking forward to? What should we be looking out for? Yeah.
Yeah, for me, each new season I will try a new hero. For this time, I will definitely try the new hero Bing.
Yeah.
You can see in the video, right? And what I like most for this new season is the looting experience. The dev teams.
哎
have
，looting
improved the
experience 没有
looting
翻译啊，
experience
大
quite a
哥。
lot. I'm not quite just talking about the end game phase.
looting experience
Also,
哎，
when you are clearing
就是你的
maps,
这个重复性的体验。
right?
哦，帮大家
Because
翻译一
you acquire
下
a。lot of loots when you finishing the bosses and when you engage with the season mechanics. And the second thing is the itemization. The new crafting system and talent
他讲起来微卡，我觉得他没有蕊，我觉得他很内心的
players
发
will
表他的
be able
感
to
想。
explore new build combinations based on these new systems once we launch the game officially.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a real game changer for a lot of people.
Sure.
Ian, what about you?
Well, I usually pay attention to the new skills and the system optimizations. I've noticed that in the season preview, there are several sentry skills that's coming out. And what's cool about sentry skills is that it's not like other summoner skills.
新的少尉技
Bind
能
it closely to Commander Moto, which is our summoner hero. It is more like you can have your own path of development when it comes to having providing a similar battling experience like a summoner, but using a different path of development. Yeah. And for the system optimization, there's a lot of frequently asked ones, and including the skill effect.
他一定会讲气灵一键切换。
The advanced search feature in Treehouse.
Yeah, that's a big game changer.
Yeah, that's the one I've been waiting for so long. I can never get a repeated
searching
affix.
through, yeah.
And many more to come. And Jack, I
他没
think
讲
you mentioned we
可恶
have some improvements in our
Sure,
controller
sure.
support. Yeah.
OK，
One
手
more
把
thing. Yeah, the dev teams have put a lot of effort on optimization of our PC game experience. Now, for this time, the new season, you can play our game with a PC with controller, or you can enjoy your game on the Steam Deck.
Steam Deck。
Nice. So perfect for players on any platform. Basically,
Yes,
right?
yes, sure.
All right. Well, let's check out some events coming up in the new season, shall we? You want to handle this one?
Yeah, definitely. We got a really interesting contest that's in our next
新的
season.
赛季比赛
Like the previous ones, we're gonna have a cube opacity related thing because we want our players to know the
还有这
season
个
game
手刹
quickly
头
and
像
how exciting it's gonna be. And like the one before, you can also have
First down.
包痕。
yeah, it's not exactly first down, but you can also support the streamers to complete the puzzle
Yep.
in the next season. And then, except for the being a participant with all the in-game rewards.
Oh, wow.
To spice
Nice.
everything up.
Yeah,
So,
that
like,
is spicy.
Yeah, like all the participants have a chance to win the prize. And yeah.
So
that-
basically what you're saying is anyone in the competition has a chance to win this prize.
Yeah, like you can support your beloved streamers in this contest, and then for all those whoever did that support button,
Yeah.
did that support thing,
They've got
has
a
a chance.
chance.
Yeah, they got a
Yeah.
chance.
That's
Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's
Having
really
such
exciting.
such a fun and interactive contest.
Yeah.
知名实况组比赛，他目前还没公告。
Global launch.
Completely agree. I think it's what the global launch needed, and I think following along the first.
但他有挂号
like
哎
I，say, it was interactive,
知名
right? It's,
Yeah.
it's a KOL,
知名实况组
it's a game. It's all led together. And all right, so we've covered what we think people might want to know about,
Yeah.
but it's not just about us, right? So we've
Yep.
got Tanky and Milky.
OK，
with us
我们有
now,
Tanky 跟
I
Milky
guess for any questions they might have from the Maxwell team or from their followers. Let's head over to them. Tanky, Milky, do you want to say hello? How you guys doing?
Hey, thanks for having us. Really excited for season 3.
Tanky, how you doing?
Hello.
It's been quite a wild ride, and I'm really happy to be here. Looking forward to season 3. Hoping there aren't too many builds that break the game, or maybe there's plenty of builds that break the game in just the right way.
In just the right way. Yeah, I like your attitude.
合理。
You've just seen the introduction video. How do you feel about the upcoming season? Do you have any questions for us?
Way too many questions to cover here. So I'll try to keep it a little bit brief. The first thing that caught my interest was the new talent panel, the Divinity Slate and the Seventh God.
Yeah.
This is a fundamental change to how talents are approached in Torchlight Infinite. Could you tell us a little bit more about how players can use this to customize their builds?
Sure, I'll start on this one.
Yep.
So basically, the new talent panel is it's like a Tetris where we can put
没错
different divinity slates into that Tetris to fit in, so that we can have more
战地拼图，各位，
customization
战地方块。
and that's also we want to create more space for imagination, so that it's a Tetris, right? You can change the shape and where to put. So that's also one kind of the strategy that we want to have to experience in a new season. And Talking about the Divinity Slate, since it's talent related, the affix on it will be also from the talent panels. So which means you can also stack the effects from the talents, and that makes your hero could be much powerful than before. And also there's some of the legendary slates where it has some special effects. For example, there's one legendary slate that can devour the effects for one of its adjacent slates and then enhance the another slate that's right next to it. So where and how to put those slates into the panel is for players to figure out and to experience the fun of it in our next season.
Very cool.
So you mentioned there about the Divinity slates. You can also use the branding system. I remember seeing to enhance these. Can you tell us?
右下角的看稿子有点明显哦。
Yeah, the branding system is like
抓到哦。
the crafting system for gears. The branding system.
OK， 它除了可以拼那个俄罗斯方块的格子，它还可以强化你的板子啦。
If you're lucky enough, there are the slates you got can have 2 affix. That's really powerful on it because it could be the talent nodes on the very right of the talent. That's usually plus skill levels or maximum stacks of blessings. Those are really powerful skills, and you can have 2 on that on default by when you drop it, and you can use the branding system to add 3 more affix on it. So in total, it was 5 really powerful.
5条词缀的一个新装备啦。
One divinity slates on your panel means 5 more extra.
对。
And you can also allocate on those into the most powerful points, which means it's also going to be really powerful for your heroes.
So how much of a power increase could a well-branded one realistically be? That sounds quite...
5个天赋点，感觉
it's going to be 5 talent nodes, but you can put it everywhere you want.
感觉
And also there will be like
看他这样问真的很不一定
similar effects working as the infinity belt, so it's also be part of the plate. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, something else that caught my eye, the new legendary items with Defiance of the Gods effects. Do you need to equip Breaking of the Eternal Wrist to enable this, or will each of the legendaries enable the effect in addition to their bonuses?
Well, that was simply just one example. The truth is there's a lot more legendary that can enable that effect, including Defiance of the Gods and the Devour effects. And also you can not only equip using your legendary gears, but also using the divinity slates I mentioned before. So there are definitely other sources to get that effect. Don't worry, there's not only limited to that one.
Okay, so I was going to ask you about Bing, the new hero. He looks really cool. It sounds like a bit of a trapper or a miner for like that.
没错 ，trapper 讲得很好。
How does he actually interact with existing skills?
丢陷阱的
something that seems supported right now in terms of traps and mines. Can he use his tags with minion skills, sentries?
Yeah, sure. So I will cover these questions. I personally like Bing very much when I played Internal. It's when we design any new hero in our game. So our goal is to create a new playstyle for any new hero, right?
Yeah, right.
Come to Bing. So to your questions, he can use minion skills and sentry skills for sure. But the thing is. The cool things about Bing is he can convert the attack speed and the attack speed and the casting speed into a throwing bomb. So then we change the projectile skill to a bomb, and the bomb will cast the projectile instead of the skill itself. So that means when you throw more bombs, you can actually cast the multiple projectile skills in one time. And the thing is,
我觉得这是一只可能偏打王的角色，就是丢，然后开始走位跑，然后丢跑。这个要刷图的话，我觉得手感不会太好，我觉得。他就把你原本从人物身上射出去的技能改成从地雷喷出来嘛，那他这个倍率就要给的很不错，不然这个手感我是觉得不行。
Because that now not only increase the speed that you throw your bomb, but also directly increases the damage.
他应该这个倍率是要给不错的，因为他的手感真的是不是一般大家在用的那种手，是按了放技能，他是按了先丢夹子，然后才会放技能。
How to say improve your throwing numbers of the bombs by, of course, the hero trait and hero relics and hero memories. So they will the combination together will.
哦，不过画面是可以真的炸到眼睛花掉。
Yeah, that sounds really cool. In terms of heroes, one thing that I hear a lot about from players is hero emblems. It's a huge topic of discussion in the community.
Sure.
How many hero emblems are players going to be receiving
100个，各位，100个。
And can you share a little bit about how players
应该是100个吧？他上一季
just from the season pass?
他上一季
or are there going to be some exclusive events?
就跟我说100个咯，你不要没有给我100个哦。
We know that, so
给我100个。
The new hero is one of the key new
给我100个
for each new season, right? So for the free players, they can get 100 hero emblems
白嫖100个，
each
算烂。
season. So
每一季都可以白嫖100个。
These are not only from the season pass, but for some in-game events, the players just only need to first is leveling. When you reach some higher level, like each 10 level, 10, 20, 30, so you will get amount of the embers.
Yeah, those are really easy to
grind. Very easy. Or you can also get this by killing the bosses or clearing maps in the game. Yes. Yep.
Okay, so I was now going to ask you about the cube. It looks like a really interesting mechanic, and in Black Sail, it felt a little bit more unrewarding because of the amount of control you kind of had over the outcome. And obviously in this new season, you can continue to kind of try your luck with the cube, and at some point you could potentially lose all those rewards. What have you done differently from Black Sail so that you feel like that choice are like meaningful and you kind of incentivize you to take risks?
Actually, it's not that scary, of course. So, you know, another thing is for the new season is the season mechanics. Of course, we put a lot of efforts and attention on this. So, in the previous season, we give the players a lot of choices. They can choose to stack on their buffs and make impact in the reward. But also, you know, in general, our game is already very complicated, and if you give just sometimes more choice, is that
没错，我觉得赛季机制太复杂，
So
and that was the
我的脑袋就要爆掉了。
Yes, sure. And so in this season, we want to go to another approach. We just want to go more relaxed and casual way. So actually, in this new season, the core mechanics, you just try to find the season mobs on the map. Just clear the map, killing these mobs. You will get these points for this season mechanics. And the more points you got, the more chance you can roll for your reward. And that's we see it's just a bonus for after you clear the map.
这有一点点像 S1 黑草，它就是打完这个赛季怪，然后靠赛开宝箱，然后你可以直接无脑一直 all in 一直开啊。
A little bit is you can try to double your reward.
SSR 当然是直接把那两个抽出来啊！我怎么可能收手成效欸
Just depends on you. If you don't want to go to this risk, you just keep safe. You get.
我一定按到底。
Already get you just go to.
得到了 SSR 按到。
I'm gonna be risking it
得到
most of the time.
刚是爆掉吗？还是没有
Good clips.
Yeah.
Gotta risk it for the content.
Yeah.
我一定按到底。
You mentioned the game's getting more complex. Since the start of the open beta, multiple systems have been added. Hero relics and memories, and now the Divinity Slate.
Sure.
This certainly increases the game's complexity. Do you have any concern that it's going to become too complex, making it more
这个问题不
difficult
错
for new players to find a comfort?
会不会一直加东西，让新玩家直接眼花缭乱
It's not only us. So this question actually is a industry question for all the developers in this genre, because you know ARPG players are most of them, or quite a lot of them, are really hardcore players.
Really hardcore player.
Content crazily really fast,
quick.
you know. So especially for us, we just finished our beta tests. So to us, in our mind, we are still a young game. So we are still at the early stage. So we think we still lack of some content. That's why we put so much effort on creating a more creative and engaging content, new content in each season. So of course, we will also put an eye on the overall complexity of our game. So if it's so over a line, so of course we will try to simplify or find a way to make things easier. And of course, meanwhile, in the same time, we will constantly improve the game experience for new players.
Oh yeah,
I think are we in a position to share some examples of what we've done for new players,
in
right?
the next season, I think
新玩家有没有？有一个新手清单，好诶。
That's like a very obvious icon on the top right where you first get into the game. You can see like what talents, gears, skills linked, and the support skills. What are they used?
对，我们需要更多的无脑角。
Just follow it.
Yeah, just follow it, and it will be powerful enough to get you through the early Netherrealm. Not bosses, but it will have.
感谢小馒头菌追随。
Very fluent early game, and when it comes to later on, we do have hero rankings where you can see all the top players, and we did a little improvements on that because in the previous season, there's actually some aspects where we cannot see. But
哦，终于可以看到那些挂榜仔的配置了。
of the talent nodes that he put on his talents, we can see that through.
更方便可以抄天赋了。更方便可以抄天赋了。
Very thorough,
detailed,
yeah, and detailed
complete,
instruction.
complete
About what are they gonna choose.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, there's another small feature, but I really enjoy it. Is we add a replay system in our game. So that means when players clear a map, like it's tier max 7 or you clear a boss or any map, you can share your
哦，还可以炫耀哦，炫耀。
What mechanic you're using.
I think this is cool for both new and experienced players because for new players, actually, before what happened is they had to go to YouTube, right, to see what more experienced players were doing, and for more experienced players, it makes it way more easy for them to share what they're doing.
Yeah, it's in game, and the cool thing is, if you see a replay and you think the build and the play style is cool, you want to copy, you can directly click the name of the players and you can jump into his builds and you can see all the items, skills, and everything to make this build. So just in game, and you can have all this information you need.
That's really cool.
I think
that sounds cool. One quick question from that: is that going to be a video then?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like
no. Actually, it's not a video.
It's not a video.
It's really in-game replay. It's in-game.
可以哦，在游戏中直接回放有诶。
Playing. It's not a video. It's so actually we storage the data through
like
the
in our way.
You clearing the map and you replay. You can see how the player clearing the whole map.
Yeah. It is
and
like
even you can speed
simulating.
up. You can speed up two times and 4 times like that. Yeah.
Oh. It's very cool.
Yeah, I like it really much.
So one of the builds that I think a lot of people did that with me in the first season, Dark Surge, was Whirlwind Rayhan. One of my
狂人一的旋风斩。
Do you think that the adjustments to Rayhan and Whirlwind they were in a good direction, having looked at Black Sail now? Yeah, are these the kind of massive balance changes we're going to expect for these top performing skills?
Yeah, balancing is always challenging, and we all know the Whirlwind is so popular that everybody like it. But of course, there's one principle or rules internal is if there's the build it's obviously OP, so we have to make some change because we don't want these builds to ruin the in general.
他大概意思就是说。 每个流派的后期天花板不一样，但是他不希望在某个流派投入太低的时候得到太高的伤害，破坏游戏平衡。但他讲的好多哦，嘿嘿嘿，大概这个意思，大概这个意思。就是你投入多一点，你可以得到很强的强度是对的，但是你不希望你投一点点，然后直接打破游戏。
So back to your question, if in the coming season or in the future, it's the same rule. If we find some build it's really OP, so for sure we have to make some adjustment. Just the goal is we want to have rich builds. So even the ultimate goal is every build, every hero has its position, and then players can have their own playstyle and enjoy all the heroes we created in the game.
I think personalization's really big for the global launch and the new season.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love making loads of builds, so that's music to my ears. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, and that ties into something that I've been thinking about as well. In the open beta, there was often a large power gap between the best builds and certain other hero traits. The first one that comes to mind is Yoga's space-time illusion. He felt very, very weak compared to all the other hero traits, which kind of leads players to feel like they have to hunt for the overpowered mechanics or bugged things to abuse. Based on what you just said, this doesn't seem like it's by design. So how do you intend to level the playing field moving forward, bring the weaker hero traits up, the weaker skills up, while also letting people find things that feel broken enough to be fun?
Yeah, as I mentioned, we talk about the last questions. Balancing is always the key, but it's also the most challenging part for our dev guys, you know, because the builds is built up by so many aspects and components, so it's really challenging, especially we have a limited developing time and limited testing time. But the good news is we already implement some automated testing tools during the we developing this new season, and that will help us a lot. And we will also increase the manpower on the testing team, and we will try our best to ensure when we release the game, most of the heroes and builds are balanced. And but come to your question, especially for the, I'll say like the Yuga. Can you introduce something about the our new mechanics for the mage? Or
oh yeah, we do have a new mechanic that is called Spell Burst.
Yes.
So Spell Burst is like it's like a spell.
就是一个剂量条，打满了就会开始大爆射。
So basically, it's like you can automatically use your spells multiple times. So it's like a new way, a new path of development we made.
感觉我要用这个西亚2。
So yeah.
Yeah, because we realized that
玩这个
skills is not as strong as some melee skills, right? Yeah. So in this new season, these new mechanics will definitely make these spell skills or spell based builds much more powerful. Yeah.
So one of the ways that people typically measure up their builds is obviously these end game bosses you guys design. The Law Bearer is your new one. Is we going to get invitations kind of like we did with the Lord of the Void Sea? Is it going to be tiered difficulties like?
哦，门票会不会分到1、2、3？
Gonna be pretty much the same.
有，也是有3阶的。
Lord of the Void Sea, you'll get invitations, and depending on the number you put into it, it will have 3 tiers. And because we want to like players to have different levels to test out if their damage or defense is enough to like beat one of the Uber bosses. Yeah.
Now, in the past, you've mentioned that packed spirits, the pets, are a great way to support the devs, but not part of the core game experience.
Yes.
Something that is nice to have, but you don't need. With more packed spirits being added in the new season, are there going to be more ways, especially for free players, to collect them? Because power level aside, some people just want to have a lot of different pets for collection's sake.
Sure. First of all, I want to say that the pack spirits, it's actually part of the playstyle. It's just part of the builds, but just make huge impact on the builds, right? And for the free players, if we want to collect more, we will offer in-game events to our in-game currency. And with this in-game currency, of course, the free players will get the chance to collect the pack spirits. And most important, the pack spirits doesn't reset when we restart a new season.
没错，气灵每一季都是可以一直用的。
For multiple seasons, you will definitely collect more and more these pack spirits.
Yes.
When you just play more. Yeah.
All right, so streaming the game, I get loads of different people coming in, and 2 of the most common questions I get from newer people are, can I play this game with my friends? and can I play it on console? Do you have any updates for these two things for these people?
You mind if I take this one?
Oh, okay, Sean, you can.
Yeah, and believe me, we see these questions a lot too. Let's talk first about the PC, the cross-platform thing. So obviously, until now, we've been in open beta, right? And actually, when you're developing a game, we didn't want to spread ourselves too thin. We wanted to make sure we got it right on PC and on mobile. And I think that's really important because I think some game developers would make the mistake of trying to get it on console as well and actually would not perfect it on any of the platforms. Secondly, also, Torchlight as a legacy IP series loans itself to PC play, right, in terms of the legacy gameplay. So I think a lot of our fans really enjoyed that PC gameplay, and then what we've done with mobile is brought it to a younger audience. Yep. I think for sure going forward, it's something we're paying attention to, right, and something we'll continue to look at and see when is the right time to bring it out on other platforms. But we've got some good news on Steam Deck, right?
Yeah. Here.
Yeah.
So actually the dev teams had put a lot of effort on optimizing the general game experience on PC, and also a lot of players are asking for controller support. So we already added a part of it, and for this new season, we optimized most of the core features or core systems when you're doing the core gameplay. So most of these systems already support controller support. So in this new season, when you play on like Steam Deck, you will definitely had a much better game experience. Or you can, if you play on a PC, you can have a controller connect to your PC, and you will get a similar experience on console. But for sure, we will try. We already a cross-platform game. For sure, we will looking forward and put more effort on the other platforms when we think, as Sean said, it's the right time. So we have to be focused first.
Yeah.
And talking about the multiplayer, which Jack, we've been working really hard on.
Yes, that's another topic. We see just times and quite a lot of players asking in Discord or in the community. For sure, we know. For us, even the internal team, everyone want to put this feature out as soon as possible. But actually, we just think we need just more time on it, because the game is really quite complicated, and especially we also have to take care both the experience on PC and the mobile players. And the dev team is already trying very hard working on it. We are already working on it. But if we have a clear thought, and we will definitely share more on our dev blog or in our community in which season exactly and how this gameplay would be for this co-op and multiplayer functions. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can definitely attest that the game feels great on controller. In the previous season, I played controller quite a bit, and it was really, really smooth.
Yeah, the new season will be better.
Yeah, even smoother.
Better.
Even better. 好啊。
It's great. One thing that I also did a lot previously is
我可以讲打造了。
and I spent way more time than any person
哦，
should
这个人
crafting items in Torchlight
很硬哦，我花了比任何人更多的时间，我不相信。
An item which wasn't perfect. It wasn't like 6 times tier 1 mods were special. That was the expectation of a norm going into it. Now, going into the new season, it looks like crafting's changed significantly. What have you done in the new system to make it feel like perfect isn't the minimum requirement?
Yeah, I'll explain this one.
Yep.
So the previous crafting is a very easy to use, and actually a lot of players actually like that because it's easy to understand, it's understandable, and it's also very fun to use. Yeah, it's straightforward. So when we're making a decision of remaking the entire crafting system, we actually concerned about this, but we finally made that decision because the way we had before, like you said, the perfect is just the minimum requirement. We don't want that to be the goal because we want our players to more focus on the process, not the results. And which is the reason why we turned the new system into more organic gear acquisition. And because the new one is more like you can have unexpected surprises when you're clearing the early stage, and rather than you're only waiting for the final and best pivot gear. And then Torchlight Infinite is a game where you're always consistently improving your damage and your defense by crafting better gears, but not like we want our players to more focus on the process where you gradually getting your best gear, your better gear, but not like you're waiting for farming more, let's say fire element.
我觉得这个不错，是因为我前期也会做一些 T2 T3 的，或者是比如说拿4条 T1 池的装备先穿着，然后后面2条等到这个本金比较多的时候再做。
If you are talking about crafting, you just wait for tier mark 7 or tier mark 8 to collect 86 level 86 or 85 blanks base gears, right? So and then start crafting. But when you are in the early stage, you generally don't care that much about the loot if it's not.
这个不错，他意就是说，你前期打到的垃圾可以稍微做点东西，不会直接丢地上，就消除了前期的这个黄装大便的问题。
When after we change this crafting system, even you are clearing the maps in the campaign through the campaign, you will constantly drop some items that will caught your attention, because sometimes it will have even a tier 1 FX already on that gear, so you can pick up this gear as a base gear, and then you lock this FX and you craft it.
应该不会有卡包包的问题，它会让你的过渡装备更平滑，不会说你玩了可能打了半天，你只能换1件装备，它可以让那个换装的过渡更平滑一点。
But the looting experience is also a part we want to improve.
哦，拾取体验，各位。
So Tenki likes to do that. He likes to sit in town crafting items, and I like to. I just want to be in beacons, destroying mobs and taking advantage of the trait deck. And one of my favorite things in Black Sail was actually how you introduced Dark Surge back into the game. The Dark Surge undercurrent, where you could redraw your trait cards while you're running through, was really cool. And do you have any interesting way that you're bringing back Black Sail? Is it going to be a similar way, or have you got something new?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it's gonna be pretty much the same, like how we put Dark Surge into Black Sail season, and we make some minor changes to making it adding like 3 specific cards for the Black Sail season, and also we've made other changes, like we've collect a lot of feedbacks about what's the trials, and those are not like, sometimes you get those cards, those are not like guaranteed appeared in the mark in the stage, but you get those cards that makes you feel like disappointed, but now it's not gonna happen. And then we've also made it changes because we've changed the crafting system. The gears is now more valuable than ever before, and then we've also added some cards related to those. So those are not significant changes, but it still matters. Yeah.
In general, the gaming experience for these decks, we think we're trying to improve the general experience.
Yeah, looking forward to trying it. And congratulations on the global release. I know this marks a huge milestone for the game. Certainly as someone who's played since the CBT3 test, the game's come a long way. But what does the future of Torchlight Infinite look like?
哦，大饼时间。
First,
大饼时间。
Here, I really want to thanks all you guys and all the other players who joined us through this long journey. And finally, we are close to this launch.
没错，5月10号早上8点。
So come to our goal at the very beginning. So we just want to create a game that we love to play, and we just want to bring our game to
5月10号的早上8点 UTC 8。
More accessibility to all these players, no matter he's in any platform, right? And another thing is we want to make a game that is a long run. So we know one game is not make one day. So especially we received so many good suggestions and feedbacks from you guys, from the community, from Discord, anywhere. And so these a lot of suggestions actually we put in our new seasons, we put into our updates. So a game we would just want to make our game to grow and together with the community. So and everybody can enjoy the game, and we will try our best to bring new content to our players. So there's tons of plans for the future, but what excites us most is the global launch.
Yeah.
So we actually, all of our team and the dev guys cannot wait to bring our game to all your players. So, you know, we already shared. So set up your calendar.
Yeah,
so
it's
May the 9th, right?
Yeah.
May 9th.
So
已经定10遍闹钟了。
we are looking forward to see you in our games, and welcome everyone to bring your friends and join us.
Yeah, really looking forward to it for sure.
好的。
Yeah. I'll mark the date down. And then I have a little more of a personal question.
个人问题。
Yeah, sure.
What's been your favorite moment working on the game so far?
Can I go first?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So, for me, I would say definitely working with David Brevik. That's been a big honor. You know, I think
接下来是互吹时
Torchlight
间。
Infinite, because it's inherently
互捧时间。
hardcore ARPG. Getting to work with David to share his wisdom, his knowledge, his feedback, and some of the changes are bigger and some of them are very subtle. And yeah, that's been a big honor for me.
Yeah, for sure. So we had quite a lot of discussions.
Yeah.
And his experience and always inspire us, and we have so much to learn from him.
我跟你讲，有时候他们在轻松结尾在聊的时候，说不定就讲出什么秘密，那你就没听到就亏了，是不是？
To watch the idea become true, and you can play it. So every feature, every change you want to make, so every system, so that's the best part. So it's from the very beginning and to when you really implement it into our game, and especially when players play your game and see their reactions and feedbacks.
Yeah, and that's
every one of those comments is really an
You're stealing my
feeling.
part.
Sorry, the community
as a community manager, that was my part, because collecting player feedbacks is always one of the major jobs I've been doing like the entire time, and especially those compliments, including the criticize, because we've been having those meetings all day long, because I've been experiencing the same things. Okay, oh, I see that comment. I put that comment to the top of my report to see, okay, this is the one I'm going to talk on the meeting today. And then to see how we make that change and how the comment has changed, that's going to be the most satisfying part. I've been working here.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I definitely resonated with what you said, Jack, because for me personally, my favorite part is putting together a build and seeing it all come together, making those small tweaks to the gear, adjusting talent here and there. And when it works, it just works. What about you, Milky?
I'm a simple guy playing ARPGs. I just want to put a build together that just destroys everything and just go. Honestly, like
numbers.
Yeah, Torchlight does that so well. I can just go into beacons over and over and over endlessly with my really overpowered character. I love it.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy our new season.
Yeah, I think you will. I think you will.
Yeah, I think me and Tenki are going to be busy with Max Raw with all the new stuff you're adding as well.
Definitely.
New guides to come.
And speaking of the new season, new game, and just ARPGs in general, if you could distill it down to a short phrase, how do you think that Torchlight Infinite sets itself apart from other ARPGs?
很难的，这题很难。
The ARPGs that you're intending to.
你跟别人有什么不一样？这题很难。
Yes. So to be honest, I think as a ARPG fan myself, it's a huge year. It's one of the huge best years for ARPG fans, because we have so many good
今年很硬
games
今
to
年很硬
play this year, and I think a lot of people will be quite busy. So, but to us, again, to our goal is we just, you know, as a developer, the best part is to creating your own game. That's most important. Your own game. That means, of course, you have to learn from the previous one, these AAA and all these games that bring you.
他其实可以讲出别家游戏的名称，大家都知道。不过我觉得他还是有秉持一个这个标准啊，所以他没有讲出名字，我觉得合情合理，合情合理。
You want to create a game to create some new experience to our players. So we are not trying to positioning ourselves to compete each other. So every game has its unique.
哦，这题答得不错。我们有自己的定位，不跟别人竞争。但玩家是这么想的吗？不确定。
Torchlight franchise already have huge fan base. We want to deliver a really good game experience to these players. We also want to bring this fantastic ARPG experience to a wider player. So that's our goal. So yeah. So basically, that's it. So
yeah, well said.
Make this genre great again.
No, it's just to make the game the.
不要偷用川普的名言，好不好
？Not perfect now. We still have a lot of.
I think our philosophy is to stick in our lane, right?
Yeah.
Stick in our lane, focus on doing what we can do best.
Yes.
That's definitely been a philosophy for us.
Yeah, because there's always space. Even there are different games, they have their design philosophy, but that's the best part is you can always create something new. Even we make mistakes sometimes, but the players will give us feedback and help us improve our game. So we just want to keep this pattern and
keep this momentum.
Every season you can experience something new. Every season you have some new experience. So that's it.
Well said.
Good answer.
Yeah.
I think that's all the questions we have. I think they've.
Wow. Yeah. If that Q&A hasn't covered most of it, then I don't know what else there is to cover.
It's a really long one.
Yeah, but it was great to see you guys, and really good to chat with you today. I hope you enjoyed all of the introductory videos and all of the content we've talked about today. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing you soon in the new season. So looking forward to it.
See you then.
Yep. Definitely looking forward to the new season. It's been great to be on, and thank you for giving us the time.
Thank you, Tanky. Thank you,
Thank
Milky.
you, thank you.
See you guys soon.
See you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
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 Bye bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tanky and Milky. Really good to see them, right?
Yeah,
Love the whole Maxwell Torchlight Infinite
Yeah,
team.
they're great.
Tons of great guides, loads of good content. Definitely go and check them out if you haven't already. And I guess that pretty much concludes today's reveal. Anything else you guys want to add?
Well, thank you everyone for supporting us all along. We cannot wait to deliver the next season to you guys, and hope you guys will have fun.
Yeah. If you
Have
haven't
fun.
registered yet, please go to our website. to
刷我的
register
QR
now.
预约
Don't miss，
各
it
位
out.
刷我的
The
QR
new
预约
season is May 9th, 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'll see you later.
We'll see you there. Thanks, guys.
See you.
OK
Bye bye.
OK see you later